Hey guys, Ryan the Movie Guy Diamond here with another inspirational video. If you guys didn't see my last video, click the link up here in the corner. And today's topic is going to be on isolation. And isolation deals with any situation that you teens out there are going through, whether it's, your parents are getting a divorce, whether you're being bullied in school, whether you're being abused, neglected, or anything like that, or just, really anything. I just want you guys to see my perspective of what it's like to feel isolated. I went through a situation 3 years ago where I felt like there was no hope in my situation. I felt like, I had given up on it, just pretty much everything on myself, and I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel until pretty much the very end of it. And that's when I got in my comfort zone of boxing, and I'm actually going to talk about that here in a few minutes. Excuse me. But really, I just want to tell you guys that, it's a hard thing to face, really. And I remember I was actually living with my mom at the time. No heat, no hot water, no running fridge. Basically, I had to use space heaters and an electric blanket to stay warm during the winter for 2 years. Had to boil water on the stove, and if you guys could possibly, and I actually remember 1 year going without, and I believe this was actually back when I was a sophomore. I remember a year where things were bad for my family financially, and my mom wasn't able to afford much food, and it was just really tough. But with the whole thing that occurred, basically I got into this point where I was dealing with a lot of family issues in my life, between family issues and school. I had actually returned to a school I didn't like at all, and I felt very hopeless in my situation, and a lot of negativity was involved in my life, and that it actually affected part of my self-esteem that I had. And I remember pushing tons of people away in my life, my ex, friends, family. I even had a little sister who was trying to help me, and for months I'd pushed her away. And I remember there were nights where, because the situation I was in, I felt very alone. I felt like nobody just cared at all. And I thought of substance and alcohol, and I remember I probably had only talked to a couple friends here and there, maybe, I want to say 2, I forget exactly, but it was a tough thing to go through, and it started to mentally eat at me, and it got to me to a point where I was just thinking about all this stuff, and it was a hard thing, and I just felt like there was no hope at all. I remember nights in my room, isolating myself to a point where, things were bad. I remember every night, basically, sitting at my desk in my room, having my earphones on, writing notes about how depressed I was, and nothing but tears were coming down my face, and it had really affected me in the sense that, is this as good as my life gets? It was kind of one of those things, and I felt hopeless, and I just felt like there was no hope at all. And I did get better in the end. I did improve, and I got help. I reached out to friends. I started talking more about my problems, and I had actually started boxing a lot more, which had really helped me. I got in my comfort zone there, and boxing had really helped me to realize that there is hope, and in the sense that, life's a knockdown, and it's not about the get up, or it's not, sorry guys, it's not about the knockdown, it's about the get up. And well, I mean, that is truly what it is about. And I think what, the trouble with teens is the fact that, they feel like substance and alcohol is how do I want to say it exactly? I feel like, it's their only go-to type of thing. Like, that's the only thing that's going to ease the pain away. And really, from my perspective, it doesn't ease the pain away. I got to that point, but I never did anything of substance or alcohol, and I had to tell myself that, things are going to get better eventually. Hope is there somewhere, and I am going to gain back hope. And it took me months to try and gain back hope by reaching out for help and a lot of the things that I was doing to get myself help. And I had finally regained back hope. And once I regained back hope, life for me felt a lot better. It really did. It wasn't 100% better, but in the end, it was a lot better to a point where I felt that, any situation I go through will have an outcome where I will make it through, and things are going to be good. So, and really, a lot of teens, they don't want to get help and they don't want to talk to people because they fear of confiding in people and stuff like that. And really, what I say, to a lot of you teens out there who have friends that are going through struggle, don't force yourself on them. Help them to an extent, but if they don't want help, it's, and that's the other thing to just, if they don't want help, you can only do so much. But, for those that, because the thing is, a lot of people, they feel that they feel hopeless, and they feel like nothing's ever going to get better, and, the reality of that is things do get better. I've seen a lot of it, and it has gotten better, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and all that type of stuff. So really, what I want to say to you guys is, in the sense that the whole point of this is, really, if you guys ever get to a point where you are isolated, or like if you have noticed that you have been isolating yourself a lot, then try and reach out for help. I encourage that you guys strongly reach out for help. And I'm gonna actually give you guys a list of what, like you guys don't have to use this. And like I said, here's the other thing too: your comfort zone. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Whether it's a sport, it can be anything that involves music, and just anything you could possibly imagine. Just talk to. And as far as my list goes, what I usually go by, you guys can use this if you want, but during my struggles and the time that I had isolated myself, I did things like boxing, listen to music, talk to friends, went out for a walk, and just reflected on life, and wrote notes to myself, stuff like that, and reached out to Facebook friends, stuff like that. And you guys can definitely do that too, and just use those, use it in your own way. So I hope that you guys will definitely take something away from this video. I hope that I've helped you in the sense in this video to try and not isolate yourself. That's definitely not the answer. Just know that any situation you guys are going to go through, in the end it will get better. It's taken me years to realize that answer, in the sense that there is hope, and it's hard. A lot of the things you go through in life are going to be hard. Every day I ask myself, what is in the near future that I'm going to have to go through? And, with a lot of things that I've had to go through throughout my life, it has made me stronger. And then again, there is a saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And really, that has built me into a stronger person, and a person that, wants to do public speaking, and a person too that who wants to help his friends, a person that wants to help other teens out, and that's basically where I stand by with it. So, I hope you guys have taken something away from this video. Once again, subscribe for more. The link is in the description box, and I will see you guys in the next video. So, until then, just realize that there is hope out there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, see you guys. Bye.